Good. Okay, another session. Dr. Danici out here.
You what?
Wait, one and only Bcurrensee.
You don't know.
It's great to be here again. I've been here a couple of times, and well, sadly, I normally do have this man sitting right there. You know? Well, I'll miss his face for today's episode, which is all good still. Yeah, Bcurrensee. We've gone we've talked severally, and you still haven't been able to tell me why you quit music. Like, I don't understand that. I still can't understand why. So
how are you gonna dive into that?
Like
that.
Like,
is that what we're gonna use?
It's been on my mind all this while, and I just had to let it out first.
Okay. Okay. So why did I stop music? Right. So me and you were part of a big concert in Canada recently. If you know, you know. We had about 4 or 5 different big artists come. And me and you were the people behind the scenes running the whole show, making sure the artists were fed, the houses were booked, cars arranged, picking them up from the airport, setting them in, all sorts. And then I was supposed to be not only behind the scenes running everything, but I was also a performer in the concert. So I was wearing many hats. So from doing that show, I can't lie, I had the worst PTSD.
Ow. Not good. Not good.
Okay, so where do I even begin? You were there, innit?
So, but I wasn't there when you made the decision, so I'm interested in the decision.
So when I came to the person who was organizing the show, I wasn't supposed to be anyone being an administrator or anything like that. I came to this person, I was like, listen, I'm still kind of new in Canada. I don't really have friends. I'm such an introvert, but I do music. I'm looking for someone to manage me because I need someone who already has the connections in Canada or has connections above myself. So even though I've always been in the industry since I was 16, I was always a backup dancer for Davido, Wizkid, Yemi Alade, Willow. I've worked with them all.
In Canada?
No, in the UK.
Okay, cool.
So coming here, I never thought I would ever be doing music. And my little brother, Stephen King, everyone knows him. He's the one that kind of pushed me into music. He was like, B, I hear you singing in the shower. Allow it. Step in the booth. And that's how my journey began. So anyone who has seen me perform knows I do my choreography. I write all my songs by myself. And I put a lot of passion and work into it. So when I went to this promoter, I asked him, can you manage me? Because he's the guy that brings practically everyone we know to Canada. Him and a couple other promoters.
Yeah, we're trying not to call names,
exactly,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, 2 I asked him, can you manage me and whatnot? He said that he wanted to start a record label but hadn't started it yet.
Okay.
So he said, yes, I'm going to manage you. And he made some calls immediately to some big artists and some big DJs in Nigeria on the spot while I was in the office. Fast forwarding, he also told me in that same meeting that I like the way you talk, I like the way you carry yourself, so I want you to be the face of my company and I want you to handle all my affairs. That's what he said. I did not ask for that. That's what he said.
Okay.
So when he said that, he already knew I was going through things in my personal life. Okay. So I agreed because in my head, I just wanted to kind of distract myself from things I was going through personally. Yeah. So that's how we arrived at one of the big concerts that we just had recently. Now, the artists have come and everything. He said he was going to put me on the lineup as the only female artist since I was his artist. Fast forwarding, because there's so much we can say about this. Right. You asked me why I quit music. So fast forwarding to the day of the show, I'm the person who is making sure these artists are fed. They everything they need, they contact me directly. We need food, we need this, we need that. You saw me running like a headless chicken throughout the whole duration, making sure these artists were good. Not only the artists that came to perform, but the artists that we also work with. I'm an artist myself, so the local artists in Toronto, they had to go through me and you.
Yeah, we're managing
and we're organizing that as well. So there was a lot on my plate. So fast forwarding, the day of that I'm supposed to be performing. You told me...
I think that was day 2.
Yeah, day 2. You told me that the promoter said, why was I one of the headliners of that day?
Ooh, okay.
So I'm the person who's making sure we do the airport runs. I booked all the mansions for all these artists. I did everything. The only thing I didn't do is pay out my own pocket, but I did all the physical work to make sure that everything was set good. So this promoter didn't say anything when he saw the arrangement of the lineups that we had. This arrangement already came out a week before the show. No one said anything. The day of, you're telling me, he said, why should I be the next supporting act after all the big main acts go on? Like, I did not bust my ass to work hard for everything. Fast forwarding, you told me that I already crashed out that day. You saw me, I was vexed, screaming, crying. I was pissed because in my head I'm thinking, first of all, I haven't rehearsed, I haven't done anything as myself as an artist. I am here being used like a dog. Even my parents respect me at home. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm raised in a Nigerian home. We are raised on culture. Every elder we say uncle, auntie, even if you're not related to us. I'm someone who I pride myself on respect. I was raised in a good household. So the fact of I've done all this work, sleepless nights, can't sleep, can't do anything. I'm being worked like a slave for that person to now say, why did you put her as the next supporting act after the big artist? Okay, cool. He rearranged the line that I was supposed to perform, bearing in mind, and when I say this, I respect every upcoming artist in Canada.
Okay.
In no way am I big-headed to say, oh, I'm better than anyone. No, everyone does their thing equally.
Yeah.
But one thing I'm going to say with my chest is I don't see anyone doing what I do.
Right. Of course. I
literally, it's not just about me performing. I make sure that me and my little brother, we come with choreography.
Yeah.
Everything is placed carefully to the point whereby I'm very strategic with what I do. So most artists, when they come, is either they have backup dancers or they're just singing on stage.
Yeah.
I do choreography. I write the song. I do it all, me and my brother.
Right.
So for that reason, knowing that we're coming to you with a whole performance,
full package,
you should respect where I'm at. I've worked hard.
Okay.
So when you said that to me that day, I already told you that I don't want to perform. In fact, right now I quit.
We had
I said right now I quit. I don't even want to perform. F the show, F the guy. I said, Daniel, you don't know me. I've changed. I'm trying to give my life to Christ. But I said, if this
I think you should give your life to Christ.
I was vexed. I can't even lie. I was thinking, are you taking the piss? Like, is it because I'm here working with you? One thing I'm going to say to myself is, I came to Canada, didn't know I was going to do music, but I came humble on the scene.
Okay.
If I came with, I've worked with David, I've worked with all these people. You can go on YouTube and Google it. I'm in these music videos, bare of them, not one, not two, not five, plenty. I've been doing it since I was 16. I have connects in the industry already that are my friends. I can name a couple. And there was 2 artists in this concert that when they came to Canada, the first thing they said at the airport was, B, what are you doing here? They recognized who I was because I've danced with them for years. So when I say I have my own portfolio, I did not come here looking for favors, but because I'm new to this country, I go to the higher ups of who I need to go to be like, yo, can I perform at this? But if I wanted to come with arrogance, because of my portfolio, I could if I wanted to.
But okay, B. So, you've said a whole lot of things. You still haven't gotten to my question.
So I'm getting there in a sense of I came humble. I've humbled myself. I've asked you for this opportunity. In the whole process, you've made me your slave.
Ooh, slave. Okay.
So not only did you make me your slave, you're verbally abusing me.
Oh, not good.
Swearing at me. Not would it say swearing. I would say shouting.
Okay. Shouting.
Screaming, actually.
Screaming.
In front of people, behind closed doors.
Well, I recall the pressure was
it was a lot. On top of that, there was mistakes made by other people that had nothing to do with me. I was getting the heat for everything. So the day of the show, I told everybody, including you, I'm not working today.
Yeah.
I just want to perform.
Yeah, you said that.
And I said, but I want everyone to make sure that the big artists have drinks, they have snacks, they have everything they need behind the stage. I designated jobs for everyone on that day, but I made it clear I'm not working.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward to the day. I'm about to go on stage. The promoter is the one that rearranged the order of when I was supposed to perform. So I'm here waiting patiently for my turn, as I should. There's another upcoming artist that's currently on the stage. I cannot rush him off the stage. The promoter comes and starts screaming in front of the big artist, in front of all the local artists, saying, "What is going on here? Why are you not on the stage?" Saying in Europe, "I'm going to fight you, I'm going to fight you." And he's telling me to let the people know backstage that they need to leave. That no one can sit backstage apart from the dancers that were there for the show. Now, in my head, I'm thinking, is this man tweaking? Am I a bouncer? Do I look like a security guard?
Yeah, we had security guys there.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So
And we had security at the event. It's such a big event. So in my head, I'm thinking, how do you expect a small girl like me to tell over 10 grown men to leave backstage and go? And most of these people are his people, Lou.
Yeah.
But he won't say nothing to them. You want me to take the heat. So if somebody slaps me now, what would I now do?
As well as you.
Okay, good. So I spoke to my brain and I said to myself, you know what? This man has been vexing me throughout
But
this
recall,
whole
you were
thing.
managing the artist, remember?
And I'm managing the art. Okay, cool. So I said to myself, you know what? This man has been vexing me all week. On top of that, I didn't get paid a dime for anything I did. Not a dime.
We'll get to that part, actually.
Okay. So I'm taking all of this in. Don't forget, it's you that calmed me down before I could even perform that day.
We spoke.
So I'm there backstage waiting to get on stage. This man is screaming like a lunatic. So I didn't say nothing because I thought if I retaliate, people don't know how I am and where I'm coming from. I'm working on myself. If I react now, they will now say she just scattered everywhere, not knowing what was the genesis of the problem.
Yeah.
So I ignored it. My brother looked at me like, B, I'm proud of you because I know you don't take this kind of nonsense. Calm.
Sorry, B. Sorry for cutting you. So I understand the that response will come at some point, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But
No, it's coming now.
It's the build up. No, this is the build up to the response.
Yeah.
But before you even get to that, so you mentioned something talking about artists leaving the backstage and all that stuff. I've always had this opinion about artists performing in big shows, big concerts, festivals like that, especially in Canada. And I keep saying it does very little to their career.
Very little.
Because look at situations where artists perform in Scotia, for instance. I've been a part of that whole Scotia thing at some point last year. And if you perform at Scotia Arena, you open for a big act. And after your performance, you get home. You won't end up getting up to 30 new followers.
Of course.
So basically, what is that performance doing for your career?
It's not really doing much.
You won't get 100
new
streams on your Spotify. So what exactly? Because reality is that people don't really care.
They care about the main artist they came to watch.
Only
they don't
focus
care about
is the main artist.
acts.
So we had this experience then in Edmonton where the artist was to perform, but he wasn't there like until late, which is normal standard procedure. And everyone was outside. So the upcoming artists that had to perform, they were practically performing to an open, like an empty arena. And
of course, yeah.
It didn't really make so much sense. But the moment people heard that, the artist is stepping in, everybody, the place was so full, so full. So coming back to what we are discussing.
So he's asking, tell everyone to leave.
Okay.
Supporting acts, which supporting acts are supposed to get backstage.
But this basically grassroots artists out here in Canada, I find it very challenging that they actually were asked to leave the backstage, because
it was very
normally one of the reasons for artists to key into performing in concerts like that is to network, get pictures, get contents for, so asking them to leave backstage sometimes, to me, like, I feel like it's not the exact best way to go.
We're gonna
they need these clips, they need this content for the social media pages.
This particular show, the way the supporting acts were treated, and most of them were coming to me saying, Bcurrensee, you're supposed to be an artist like us, and you're allowing this to happen. And I'm there looking at them like, are you mad? So do you know what I'm going through behind the closed door? Like, you're here complaining, but what we're going through is worse.
I think you were the one that mentioned that. I think there was this time we heard of a certain banana story.
Okay, that banana thing was wild. So that happened after my performance. But we're gonna get to that. Right. But anyway, so I went on so before I went on stage, I was being screamed at. That threw me off my game. Like, before I go on stage, I like to be in my zone. I like to pray in my head to God. Like I like to be in peace and just happiness before I bless that stage. So I went on that stage already angry, like, this man is vexing my life, like the disrespect, and all for what? To be around artists that I don't Like, is it famous people? I've been around famous people since I was 16. I don't need to be here. Remember I said that to you before I performed that.
Yeah.
For what? Is it these art? Like, I don't care about them. Why am I here? So anyway, I performed. As soon as I got off the stage, the promoter was there screaming again, saying, but I told you not to let anyone sit here. There should be no one here but dancers. So I told him to his face, I said, but I told you I'm not working today.
Yeah.
He said, oh.
Besides, there were guys there, right?
Thank you very much. There was all the rest of the team that was there.
Yeah.
All the people that he calls his so-called team was there.
Yeah.
But just me, because I'm the mugu. I am the fool here. I'm the one carrying crates of drink water back and forth. You're using me like a house help, and I'm the only female on the team. So you're just running my life. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, fast forwarding, when I came off stage, this man started screaming at me again. And then I told him, I said, but I told you I'm not working today. He said, okay, fine, fair enough. Go to the VIP, go and enjoy yourself, right? Go and do that. In my head, I was looking at him like, if I reply to you, does that not make me a mad person as well? Because you're clearly mad. So I didn't say nothing. I left it. My little brothers came all the way from Stratford to support me. So I still went to the after party, even though I just said, you know what, I'm done with this whole thing.
Okay.
So even at the after party, this man was giving me so much attitude and whatnot. Why? Because I had to take a day off for myself. And considering all the emotional stress he had put me throughout the whole stay, I was thinking what you should be saying to me today is thank you. I'm not working, and I still put everyone else ahead of me to make sure that things were set in place.
Yeah.
So when I came back home from that whole concert, I told my brother, I was like, you know what? I quit music. I told him, I said, I quit.
Oh.
I said, because it's it's not about the promoter himself.
Yeah.
It's about this industry. I said, there's always going to be Leviathan spirits like him in other people that think they have power and money to be treating you like you're nothing because you're there searching for the opportunity.
Yeah.
So I said to myself, I'm going to keep going through this. Like, I'm a female. And one thing I noticed throughout that whole concert is, even though that man did not make direct advances at me, there were certain comments that were made that were a bit sus. And I already made it clear to him and anyone else, I'm not willing to have sex. I'm not willing to kiss. I'm not willing to even lick up to anyone's ass just to get to where I need to get to. I believe in my talent that much. Right. I may not be no Beyonce out here, but there's no one like Bcurrensee. I have my own voice. I have my own style. And
that's believing in yourself.
I really do. Fam, my personality is lit. I know I'm talented, and I keep it real all the time. So at the end of the day, I'm not here trying to show off or be anything I'm not. But what you're not going to do is disrespect me when I know I've worked hard to be where I'm at. So you think I need to do favors to get there? I'm not going to do it.
Can you? I think you were there when it happened. That whole banana story. What exactly? What was it about?
So after I come off from the stage, I wasn't there, but I heard from the artist directly.
Oh, okay.
So I came off because remember after my performance, he was shouting at me, and I said to him, "I'm not working," because I felt myself being like, "Okay, Beverly, you're about to snap, and if I snap, all the security in that venue cannot hold me." Ask anybody who knows me, ask them. This is not the same Bcurrensee that anyone else knew.
So what are you gonna do?
So again, anything in sight, it is what it is, isn't it? But moving forward, the artist told me that as soon as like I left or whatnot.
Yeah.
Imagine in general when you have a concert, it's not about the main artist. The supporting acts are part of that show.
So that's a very big mistake promoters in Canada make.
Yep.
They pay all the attention to the big artists coming from wherever, and they fail to also pay attention to the supporting the so-called upcoming artists. I'll call them emerging artists, basically. This is what happens. This is okay. So I've looked at the problems with shows like concerts, like why it flops, why they don't, promoters mostly don't make. I can say this confidently: 90% of concerts, shows, festivals in this country, by of course Afrobeats concerts, they do not break even, talk less of to make profit.
There you go.
90% of them. You know why? Because of two key things. I'll summarize them as being one, structures, which is basically systems, and strategy.
Yeah.
So if I want to look at the strategy, for instance, the emerging artists in Canada, I would say, are as important as those coming from wherever.
Without the supporting acts, are the main artists just going to come on stage and start performing out of nowhere?
So even aside that, from the build-up, the promotions, right?
We put in most of the work. This
supporting artists, this emerging artists, they do all the promo.
Exactly.
The big artists will just post once and that's it. People forget. That's what they fail to realize. They fail to understand. No one really cares about whoever is coming. It is this constant reminders from supporting artists that keeps it in the faces of people, and they're like, okay, I recall this is even happening. This is the artists, the DJs. I feel like there's so much disrespect going out there, like for the DJs, for the artists.
Like we're not doing anything when without us.
I recall DJ P was here at some point. That was some episode, crazy episode to be honest with you, but we didn't really talk much about that. And after then, when he went back to Calgary, he actually sent a message to that group. He had actually left. That was the day I actually left that group. Like he said, till this day, I see this is the only concert festival I was a part of, and I haven't gotten paid yet. A whole DJP.
I said,
and I'm like, okay, of course we understand the situation.
What they didn't understand is us that we were in the in-house that have organized the stage for them to even be on. We didn't get paid a dime.
No one knows that, right? So,
no one knew that.
We walked in this festival for
do you understand?
Like where you were there before me, I did like 3 months. Yeah. I spent my own money, like making sure stuff's happened, and I didn't get it. I didn't even get my money back.
There you go.
I didn't get a dime, and I still get people to this day like. Hype men, MCs, DJs, and all that hitting me up, asking for their money. I'm like, you haven't even heard my story, right? I didn't even get my own money back. Talk less of getting paid for complete 3 months I invested into this.
We're gonna get into it in depth, but back to the whole banana.
Yeah, very important.
Literally, as I said, the supporting acts are actually the most important part of the show, and people underestimate that.
Yeah,
we give the hype and momentum before the actual artist bless the stage.
Yeah.
So if you know you have bad supporting acts, just know that even if the main acts come, it's already a ruined concert. So you have to be selective with the supporting acts that you choose, which means we have the talent. You gave us the opportunity to make sure that we are building up the crowd to be excited. So there should be a level of respect. Even though I'm not David O'Hare, put some bloody respect on my name. You feel me? Of course,
you're doing something.
All right, cool. So now this artist, poor guy, is there. There's no refreshments for the supporting acts because why? We're not important. We're invisible. So there's no drinks, there's no water for us, there's no snacks. This person saw a banana on an open table that's open to anyone who's backstage, took one before he could even digest the first bite. One weary has started screaming, "Why did you eat the banana?"
So who was this person screaming?
So, say that again?
Who was screaming though?
The promoter. AKA Weary.
Wow.
He was there screaming the most, "Why did you eat the banana? Why are these people touching the snacks?"
Well, I thought that was for the artists. That was for people backstage.
Thank you very much. But that's to show you the level of mental and emotional and verbal abuse that not only me and you encountered, but the supporting acts were there as a witness to encounter that this promoter must be mad. There's no other way around it. Because if you're not mad, would you be acting like a lunatic like that?
Well, there was pressure, right? We'll have to agree that there was so much pressure. Let's neglect
the pressure, because I've worked with other promoters.
Right, okay.
And the show had higher level of people, even more of a bigger turnout. And yet they respected us every step of the way.
Of course.
So it's not about pressure. At the end of the day, pressure is going to actually bring forth what you're really like. Just like money really exposes who you really are.
Yeah.
So with pressure, you should be able to work under pressure whereby you're still giving people respect.
Yeah.
I cannot say because I'm frustrated with my life, I will now tell you that you're mad and you're going to take it from me.
Yeah, so personally I had that experience
too.
And there was this time I actually spoke with the promoter. I told him, see, you can't talk to me just however you so desire or please, right? Because, like, come on, I respect you. The least I would expect in return is reciprocity, right?
Of course.
Have to, right? In one of my messages actually to him, I said, respect, loyalty is reciprocal. You give it, you get it. Like, you don't talk to people anyhow because you think you're whoever and you get away with that like all the time. It doesn't work with some persons, right? And it makes no sense, really. The level of disrespect, artists, DJs.
I think what was most heartbreaking is that me and you were trying to be decent human beings.
Yeah.
When we first started working with this person, we came to him and we say, listen, this is what people are saying on the streets.
We did, though.
That you're not someone who we should work with, that you have
so we brought that topic
issues. We brought the topic to him.
Yeah.
And this person was like, oh.
Yeah, they don't
and
know
I'm not
me.
Like that,
yeah, I'm not like that. People don't know me.
Would you know? Can you see who I am?
Yeah.
Not knowing that these people set me up, because if you people were really my friend, you would have told me this man is not a bad man. You would have said he's the worst human being on this planet. They downplayed it. They literally downplayed it, because what we went through is worse than what we were warned about.
You know, the thing is, people really don't know, right? People just hear the situation is bad, but they don't know how bad.
It was terrible.
So if people think the situation is like 60-70% bad, I'll tell you the situation is like 500%
it was
bad.
500% bad.
It's terrible.
And I'm not going to lie on anybody. I'm not going to lie on anyone. There was the rare moments where you would think, oh, he's being kind. But when you deep it, being kind by buying me food, I'm entitled to food. Being kind by making sure you give me money for my petrol, I'm entitled to that. I'm traveling 2 hours to work for you without no pay. Right. So where was the kindness? You're trying to disguise kindness as, oh, but I did. Fam, I'm trying to give my life to Christ. I'm trying not to swear. But when I deep it, I'm like, yo, this person really you used me. You thought you did anyway, but I gained in other aspects.
But we're used though.
He used me. So for that day, when after the whole day 2 of the concert, I said to myself, I quit music. Okay. I quit working for this guy because no one saw me after that. Okay. I removed myself from every group chat. You see, because one thing about me is I'm not fake. It's either I'm gonna smack you up or tell you about yourself. There's no in between for me. So if I can't say nothing, it's better for me to distance myself, because I'm not going to be fake to your face. So I said to myself, B, you're on a journey with Christ right now. If you escalate...
I actually on a journey with Christ.
I'm not, and I will let somebody like that play me like that and be calm. Don't forget, Daniel, I physically did not do anything or verbally do anything to this guy. I removed myself from every group chat and no one was to hear from me again.
Until today,
and even today, I'm still trying to keep it respectful.
I don't think you've been trying to keep it respectful.
You know I am.
You just
because
in your mind.
No, like, if I wasn't, I'll be mentioning names. If I wasn't, I'll be calling you the things I really want to call you, which is out of your name.
Right.
But I'm just speaking from, this is what I've experienced.
Yeah.
Through that, this person gave me PTSD that I thought to myself, no one cares about my talent in this country. And then it reminded me of, it's not just about this guy. There's other promoters in Canada that they come in disguise like they're trying to help you, but they want you to beg them to get to get any kind of help from them. Yeah, and they gatekeep. They have the resources to help you, but they gatekeep because you're not going through them, and they want to see, okay, if you're going through this person, then you're not gonna. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Which is why I said there was this episode we had here, and I said it's actually very difficult for much more difficult for female artists to break. In the industry than the male artist counterparts, and because of situations like this. That. Yeah, but away from that, I mentioned something earlier. Why concerts flop, and I talked about systems and strategy. I don't have passion for concerts, events, promotion, and all that. I don't have passion. There's too much headache in that. But I feel like what the artists coming for December, the level of promotions
is already ahead of time.
It's next level. So this show was announced like 6 months ago, and go to TikTok, there's a sponsor that, go to Twitter, go to Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. That's proper promo, right? Yep. And but of course we understand the promoters managing that show. It's very different from our own like people internal, and that is one thing also they fail to realize, that there's already a history of cancelled concerts, right? So people have doubts when you announce.
It's true.
So normally you're supposed to promote these concerts as much as possible.
Of course.
Right? Even though I don't have the passion, but I'll give this free advice to whoever cares, whoever promoter cares to listen. Artists that you're bringing from Africa or wherever, they must run a sponsored ad from their Instagram, at least Instagram account, with the link to the ticket purchase on that account.
They care
at least 3 months to the show.
Minimum.
If you want to actually make the money. If you want to break even, let me not even talk about profit.
Of course.
Secondly, you must have a budget for hype men, for artists, for MCs, for whoever gets on that stage, you must have a budget for them.
Yep.
No matter how little, I don't care, but you must have a budget. And you ought to treat them with utmost care and respect.
Yeah.
Because these guys play, like, I would say 30 to 40% role in the promotions itself. Because with the constant posting on Snap, with the constant, telling people, they do the local, the underground work for you.
For this concert, it was literally between me and 3 other people that were
main people so
apart from the artists when it came to that time.
Yeah, a whole lot of persons I think already have experience with these promoters, and people like we're trying to stay away from all of that, because I know I reached out to a couple persons to also support, and they weren't really forthcoming
on it like that. Yeah.
Only because they've had their own history, like experiences, terrible experiences.
The person did not have a clean CRB. Like when you do that background check, it was not clean.
It wasn't clean. And we talked about it severally, which is fine still. So again, systems. Promoters fail to understand something. Promoters want you to share with them in their loss, but they will not allow you share with them in their profit. Yeah.
Preach.
So whenever they tell you, oh, it was a bad show, I didn't make money, blah blah blah, they disappear. They won't give you. They won't pay you for after working for that show. Mm-hmm. But when they now make massive profit, they still won't really appreciate you like someone whose family who's a part of like internal team and stuff.
Absolutely.
Which makes no sense. Which is why when I talk about systems, promoters fail to understand that people that, for instance, me, when I go to any establishment, company, whatever, business, and I see staff, like if 70% of your staff have been with you for the past 3 to 5 years, I take the CEO serious.
Exactly.
Because he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yep.
Right? Which is the only reason why your staff will want to stay back. But when every day there's a new person, every day there's a new person, then there's a problem.
Yep.
And that problem is only from one source.
Exactly.
Right? So when I talk about systems, I mean, you have to build a team. You must build a team.
That's right.
I don't believe the people doing the show for December the CEO will ever go to the airport to receive the artist when he arrives. He will never do that. Why? Because they have systems.
They have a team.
They have a logistics team. They have that. They have, which is what
when you don't have it like that and you're trying to pretend that you have it like that, you need things like footage from picking up the artist, because you can't depend on your brand alone to do the talking for you.
So because of the series of cancelled concerts in the past, that airport footage is almost a norm now.
Exactly.
Everyone must post that to show that the artists have arrived. But regardless of that, if you have proper systems in place,
you don't need to go in person. You have a team that will be there to make sure it's done.
For crying out loud.
But again, this person
because they want to do anything,
because they want to prove I'm the one who brought this artist. I want to, and it goes to say that empty barrels make the loudest noise. You know what I'm saying?
Babe, I thought you were trying to give your life to Christ.
But that's not, I didn't swear, and I didn't say anything that was not the truth. That's a saying, meaning it's the most people that don't really have it like that are so eager to prove a point to people.
Yeah.
You don't have to prove nothing to anyone. If you really have it like you say you do, it should be flawless. Why are you so stressed out? Why are you treating everyone around you like they're trash? And even if you think you get away with it, I personally believe, remember I kept telling you that I don't need to cuss this person out. I don't need to get revenge physically. The kind of God I serve, things are not going to go well for you. You think you're going to eat my money or eat my hard work, and you think you're going to be there chilling in Miami. No, it's not going to work. Like the kind of God I serve, one way or another, it may not even be this year, it could be 10 years from now, you're going to remember that back in so-and-so time, I did this to this person.
Yeah.
That's who I am. You don't play with me and just get away with it scot-free. But the way I felt after that concert was physically and mentally drained, that I felt like you've just sucked the life out of me, that I don't even want to do music anymore. Because when I'm doing music, I submerge myself into my music fully. And I don't even really do Afrobeats. But in Canada, the easiest scene to get onto for me was Afrobeats, because I already have a background in it. Yeah. But that's not even what I do.
And that's the community
Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, it just discouraged me a lot. So even though people, like, when I made that public announcement that, I'm going to release what I have, but I don't want to continue.
Okay.
It was based on the PTSD that I had experienced. Then when I checked myself properly, and I said to myself, Beverly, what are you doing all of this for? Like, all this music thing, what are you really doing it for? Because, most artists will say to you, I don't care about the fame. I don't care about the money. Is a lie. Stop lying.
Well, that's the only
if you
reason.
really dig deep down,
That's the only reason people make
there's some
music,
people
spend
that
money,
don't
make
do it for
music.
the money and the fame. But you see,
Of
those
course,
people,
of course.
they're not promoting their music out there.
Yeah.
It's only a person will know they can sing, but they don't put it out there. But anybody who's putting their music on platforms, creating content to the songs, going the extra mile to promote, stop lying to yourself, you want to blow.
Of course, they're hoping it goes viral.
Thank you very much. But to me, I used to deceive myself and say, I don't want to, I don't care if I blow. I just love music. But why would I be upset when I'm not getting the recognition that I felt I deserve? It's because I want to get to a certain stage, innit? Of being recognized for the music, for the hard work I do, and people to genuinely enjoy it. So when I searched my conscience, I said to myself, okay, it's all about you. I. This is what I want to be. Then I asked myself, in what way is this glorifying God? In any way, how is this glorifying God? Okay, I put music out there. People are dancing, people are bumping. Let's say the best case scenario, I blow, I make millions from it. How is that honoring God? This whole industry itself, it's serving one purpose, and that's to serve the devil. I don't care what no one else says. Anything that we're singing about that's not about Christ is not worshiping Christ. That means there's only one way or another. It's either you're serving the devil or serving Christ. So I now said to myself, you're working yourself away, you're crying, having sleepless nights, you're dancing, putting all the work into it because you want to be famous. Being famous, where is that going to lead you to? Yes, we all want to be comfortable. I want my parents to be good. I want my grandchildren, my whole generation to be great. But in what way is that edifying God? And then I had to strip it all back like, you know what, Bev, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You're doing this because you want the fame, you want this, and that's why you feel drained from doing this.
Okay.
So I told myself, I need to stop right now. Like, I need to get myself back to who I am. Like, who am I without being Bcurrensee? Who am I without seeking validation from fans?
So in essence, what exactly are you trying to say now?
So what I said to myself was
towards making Christian music.
If I do end up doing music again, so again, as I've said before, I'm dropping everything I have in my vault for the main reason of I've collaborated with my brother on so many songs, and also with other artists. They have invested their money into the studio sessions, into recording these songs. So it would be so silly of me to just be like, because I'm not doing it, throw it all away. I can't do that. So I have to still release what we've done before. But when it comes to making new music, if I ever decide to go into it, I preferably want to do gospel.
You think you won't get back to this decision? Like you won't have a rethink about it? You won't
the thing is,
process?
I don't know.
I know it was about the PTSD, but with time, everything gets better, right? And
for me,
you might get to a point in your life where you be like, I was actually really doing something. I was actually on this wave, and I still want to try this. Where
am I right now? Right now, I haven't given up listening to secular music. Like, I still listen to secular music. Right now, I've identified I'm on a journey with Christ. Like, only me knows the kind of dreams I have, the kind of revelations I have. I have my own personal talks with God. And I know where I want to be. But can I say that I'm going to become that person this year or next year? I don't know. Right now, I'm just kind of going with the flow. I don't want to say I would never do circular music, because what about if tomorrow, for example, one of my songs takes off, we have to go and perform it, and through that, they want more, and I'm sucked back into doing more. It could happen. Because right now that I'm not doing music and I gave up the songs have been skyrocketing on Spotify, and literally everyone supporting artists, main artists, family, friends, they're like, Bcurrensee, you can't give up music. You gotta continue to do music. So I love music. I don't want anyone to get it twisted. I love the music I do.
I feel like it's the PTSD.
I love it.
It's the PTSD. But you should give it some time.
When I checked about, I just felt like I was in it for the wrong reasons. I wanted to be glorified for what I do. I wanted to stand out, and I wanted my name to be on the map. So even, let's say, if I get back into it, I need to have a different heart posture. Otherwise, I'm always going to care about these things that no artist should care about. If you're an artist, just care about the music you do.
But you must care about
just care about the music you do. But you must
care about fame.
But that's what I'm saying.
For
me, I don't want to be about fame anymore. Like, it drags the life out of me. It's too much pressure. And I'm not one of those females that wants to be sexy for the camera. Like, how I'm dressed right now is who I am. Like, I'm not
Just in
trying to
your
be
comfy
Arista.
outfits
Yeah, I'm not
and-
trying to be Arista or Tyler out here. I'm not trying to be wearing a bra and skirt. And no offense to them who are doing it. I'm not discriminating. But for me, it's like I care about people respecting me for my art and not my sex appeal.
Oh wow.
So if I was to go back into it,
But
a lot of things
you know
need to
that's part of
change.
branding, right?
again, it doesn't always have to be branding. This is what I'm saying.
Okay.
We've been conditioned and reformed to think that this is the ways. And if you have to compromise your dignity to be sexy all the time, wearing provocative wear all the time, we got to really check out what we're doing here.
Oh wow.
If I can't blow while having dignity for myself, I don't want it.
I see.
I don't want to be revealing.
I see.
I have standards for myself. And yes, I love music, but I have a life outside of music. When I have children,
Yeah.
because I'm going to be 31 this year. I'm
Wow.
ready. When God says it's time, I'm ready.
Okay.
I don't want to have to tell my daughter, don't do this, but my music is sending the message of this is what you should
have
be
to
doing.
practice what you preach.
So
preach what
right
you
now,
practice.
like even if I do secular music, I want to tone it all the way down. I don't want to talk about sex, drugs, alcohol. I don't want to talk about all those things anymore. Like there's a way to enjoy music without it being provocative and being about these 5 main characteristics that every single person sings about.
I feel you.
So if I'm going to do music, appreciate me for my talent, not if my titties are hanging or not.
I see.
Appreciate me for what I bring to the table instead of wondering about what is underneath my skirt. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to find an artist that's going to break through without being extra provocative.
I see.
You see, even the so-called artists that are coming out in Canada or whatnot, there's one, like Shewa, she's sick. She's not provocative. Like, she's very talented. She does what she does. And I'm going to give her accolades. She has her own style. Do you know what I'm saying? And it works for her. But she's not trying to be anyone who she's not. She is who she is. But most female artists are trying to get into that bra and underwear image.
Okay.
Extra provocative, extra revealing.
Okay.
I don't want to be one of them.
Okay, you just want to do your thing.
I just want to
your
do my
way.
thing. I don't want no pressure. I'm not trying to compete. And guess what? This industry will make you compete against other people, whether you like it or not. I'm not trying to compete because I'm not even in no one's lane. I'm in my own lane. I don't really even do Afrobeats like that.
Honestly, that's a great mindset to
Yeah.
have because the moment you realize it's a personal journey, I think it gives you this like reawakening that I just
Thank
have to do
you.
what works for me. And
For me, exactly.
I don't have to care too much about, what everyone else is doing.
I'm not trying to fit into the norm
Yeah.
of singing about the same things everyone sings
Yeah.
about, neither dressing the same way everyone dresses. Like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with me? For example, if I was dressed up like this right now, singing a song, why can't it blow?
So what do you think, being an artist, what do you think is the primary reason why we hardly have breakout artists from Canada, especially in the Afrobeat scene?
Why we don't really, in my opinion, and
Yeah.
don't forget,
In your opinion,
I'm
just-
still kind of new. Like, I've
yeah.
only been doing music for 3 years, so I'm a newbie in general, and I'm new to this country as well.
Okay.
But from what I've kind of observed, there's a lot of gatekeeping that goes on in this industry.
Really?
People have the resources. They just don't want to give it to you if you're not willing to work for it.
So let's understand this. Resources, do you mean like finances or?
Finances, but it's not always just about finances. For example, this person might know one of the biggest DJs. That's just their friend.
Yeah.
It wouldn't cost them anything to say, yo, can you play this person's song? I think it's sick.
Yeah.
But they want you to do something for that. Something they could easily do. They want you to do something for it.
Okay, but there's this saying that when people get things for free, they don't take it all that
Appreciate
serious. They
it.
take
And that's
it
for sure. But
granted.
that's why you evaluate the kind of person you're dealing with. If you know this person is very talented,
Yeah.
what is wrong with being a part of that team? Do you know what I'm saying?
You
What
know,
is wrong with giving that support? For example, when I was
But
doing
it
this music
costs
thing,
them something. It costs them something too to get to that
again,
level, right?
I'm using an example of when it doesn't cost you anything.
Okay.
If it costs you
Special
something,
occasions.
of course, and that's why you have agencies. You have certain protocols that this is how I do my thing. It's going to cost you this fee. It's going to cost you this fee. But let it be for everybody. Don't be
Yeah.
biased.
Yeah.
Don't pick and choose what people you want to exploit and not exploit. Let
Yeah.
that be the standard thing for everyone, innit?
Okay.
But if there's something that you know,
Okay.
this is just my friend. I don't have to pay him to play your song. But I know this song is going to blow because I know this person is talented. What costs you to actually put in a word or a favor? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we all come together as artists, because there's not many of us, if we come together and support each other, we could go farther on our own than waiting for fans to emerge.
For real, yeah. So I feel like, personally, I feel like the artists out here, especially the Afrobeats artists, they are boxed in.
Of course.
To start with, the market here is not like just, I would say 10%, say 20 at most percent of the population vibes to like are particularly interested in Afrobeats, and they have their own thing,
of
right?
course.
And we're just struggling. I know dance hall and most of this South American music, they're actually like more trendy than out here than Afrobeats. But again, what you said is 100% agree with you. There's so much gatekeeping. I also feel like, so for instance, when I was talking about that concert, opportunities where the emerging artists out here can connect with this artists coming from wherever.
Thank you.
It would actually also help, to push them. And
but it wasn't allowed. You see what I'm saying? It could have easily been done.
Yeah.
But it wasn't facilitated. We weren't allowed to go backstage, take our one-on-one pictures. We weren't allowed to just do what we need to do and be free. But that wouldn't have cost anyone anything if we're already a part of the same facility.
Yeah, so there's actually a ripple effect. So I understand why promoters think it's okay to hoard these guys when they come in. But again, if you try at least the very serious artists, we know them, very serious ones out here. If you try to create avenues where they can actually link up, network with these guys, it's in the long run going to help the industry.
I'm going to use Oxlade as an example.
Okay.
When I did the Oxlade show, there was a room for every single supporting act.
More like backstage, proper backstage.
Not just like be backstage, to actually have their one-on-one with the artist.
Oh, wow.
And take their pictures.
Big ups.
One thing, I'm not trying to mention names, but one thing about like Kayode, I can't lie.
I wish we were keeping it like PV,
the reason why I'm going to mention his name is because he is one of the people that, like, when he gives you an opportunity, he gives it to you in totality. Okay, come and perform at this show. You get your pictures with the artist. Everything is organized. All of this, I have to give props where props is due. Do you get what I'm saying?
Personally, I don't have a personal relationship with him, but word on the streets is that he's a great guy. He's a top promoter.
Again, people like me that have the rest.
There are a couple promoters that actually,
there's people like me that just look like this. Apparently, I look mean, but I'm one of the most friendliest people you will meet. Kaede, he's actually so kind, but it's not about the kindness. It's about him just having morals. When he's doing his shows, you have everything on point. Your wristband, everything. He tells you when the rehearsal is. Everything is organized, but not just that. He appreciates you one by one as the supporting act, and also makes sure, like, what, you didn't get a picture with this? Not only do you get your pictures, but when they're partying as a whole in the VIP section, he will make the supporting acts come there and party with them, because you're supposed to get the full vibe and the full experience.
You have to feel like, I'm a part of this. And you have evidence for that.
That's how it should be. If you're not going to pay us, make us feel like what we've done is worthwhile.
If for nothing else, at least show that. Big ups to this. Well, I won't say it's exactly promoter, but one of his comedy shows one time. Then I was working with this artist. We actually had a partner. We signed this artist, and that guy actually paid. Like, he gave us an advance for that show. I'm not in the habit of calling names, but for this very special occasion, I'll give my total respect to MC Morris. Great guy. Yeah, he actually paid, and I was like,
and there's many of them. There's
and
actually
then we're
many
actually
good ones.
very young, like very young in the artist's career, like we barely just started. That was one of his first shows, and this guy gave us an advance. I was like, wow, it made sense. Like, I'll never forget that. So situations where you don't want to pay the artist, but me, I'll advocate for paying. Paying is always, even if it's covering
no matter even if it's covering our gas and whatnot, it's still something. But if you're not going to pay us, at least give us the full experience of, not only did I open up for this artist, but there's proof of what I've done, and I enjoyed the whole experience that came with it. That is more than money. Money is not everything.
True.
There's things that are more priceless than money.
So with that experience, you can create enough contents, because basically this is what artists need here to like
Of
push,
course, yeah.
create enough content to like post and all that stuff. It helps generally your career. Yeah.
Yep.
So I agree, there's a whole lot of gatekeeping. I feel like if promoters can actually do more to support the grassroots, the industry itself, if we have blown artists here, from here, it overall helps the industry.
Thank you very much.
Because people will pay more attention, there will be interest, there will be resources, people will, really want to come in financially.
Thank you very much.
But without that, it's very difficult, because actually no one wants to invest in an artist out here. Because I would say this, probably 1 to 5% of the time you succeed, but for the most of it, 95% of it, it's very difficult to succeed. Like, because of course we hardly have any artists who's pulling serious.
Let me give you an example of
but big ups to the ones that are putting in the effort.
Of course, big ups to you. And there's many names that we mentioned. There's big people that have been in the game in Canada who bring artists, and they're so kind. Like, they will give you the opportunity and they don't want nothing from you, they just give it to you. And I can't mention every single name, but there's men in this industry that have morals that give you that opportunity with nothing to gain from it, and I respect you all. But if we talk about, like, for example, let me talk about the UK. If anyone noticed that the UK don't really have the most celebrities, like, if I'm being here, not many people are going to know about UK artists, right? We know a couple like Darko and all this, but they're not on a big scale of how certain American artists are. One thing about the UK that I could big up to is that on the scene, you see those UK artists, they do things like cyphers. They do things like bare collaborations. We all come together as a community and support each other and bring ourselves out. If no one's going to bring us out, we come together as a community and we're like, you know what, we're going to do a cypher. Let's do this. Make sure everyone is highlighted.
I think someone is trying to do that actually. So we have been in comms with this guy, great guy too. Of course, you know him, M.
Okay.
He's trying to do something like this, but of course, I'll let him do that announcement when it's time, when the full package is ripe. Yeah, but it makes sense. So the artists need to come together. I think everyone is doing something.
Everyone should highlight their different talents. Like, everyone, even if you all do Afrobeats,
I don't even see collaborations. So I would expect that artists will collaborate with one another like every other time.
But everyone has an ego thing. It's an ego struggle. Yeah.
So it's.
And the way I see it is, if we're not blown, what the hell do we have an ego for? What are we doing all this baragaoshi for? For what reason? I don't understand. Like, if we are still, we know what we're doing, let's respect each other's hustle and not wait for the big dons. If we put respect on our own names, we don't need to wait for somebody else to come and respect us. It's going to speak for itself ahead of time.
True.
So why can't we come together as a community and be like, you know what? Yeah, she may not be the best vocalist, but you see this girl, when she starts dancing, with the kinikon and the kinikon, she's an asset. Start looking at people's positive traits and see how you can incorporate it. Many people have shows. Why are you just looking for the biggest people? Like, look for talent. Don't be biased. When you see talent, just appreciate it for what it is. There's many people that I've never seen face to face, but they're my Instagram friends. Why? Because I repost. You see me, I'll be posting artists on my story, and I've never even met half of these people. But when I hear something that I like, or I feel like, oh, yep, you did your thing, I'm posting it. What the hell do I need to have any kind of reservations about it because I'm an artist myself? There's enough platform for everybody. Yeah,
you're right about that. Yeah, you're very right about that. So I think, personally, I think artists need to come up with an actual strategy that works for out here. Be more friendly. I know the funny thing too, I see this a lot and I just laugh. Artists don't understand certain things, right? Okay, because everyone wants to be like, they want to be, I would say, trendy. They want to be like best, new school. Yeah. I see an artist have like, I would say, like artwork for their release, and they'll do like maybe a cartoon graphics, and because they want to like, and I'm like, listen, see, let's get it right. When the OBOs and the rest of them started, it was just their face. Yeah. You have to sell your face first. You've got that to, of course. That is, how do I put it? That is the highest branding you can give to yourself. Except you want to be like Baja and you want to like cover that your face or something. It works but too. The slightest opportunity you have, you must put your face out there.
I get most of my fans from TikTok.
You must.
I literally go on a TikTok live, just being who I am. While talking to me, I have music that's not even my music playing in the background. And then people will be like talking and they're enjoying Kini Cooking. And then I slide it in through. I'll be like, listen, for example, my song coming out. They'll be like, wait, you do music? I'm like, yeah, play your music. Boom. Now I've got 200 people on live that have now tapped into my music.
That's a good strategy.
Most of my fans are not people I know in Canada. They're from all, like, everywhere else in the world.
So people, I think people need to capitalize on what that whole TikTok thing is.
Social media.
TikTok can blow your song in 1 second.
Just your personality.
Yeah,
or just doing a dance routine.
The story has to make sense. It has to be in sync. And with that, you never know, right? What can happen? You just have to keep giving it your best and hope that sometime at some point, someday. Yeah, but artists I think they need to move differently. A whole lot of things I see. There was even something AJ mentioned at some point. What? That thing really made me laugh because I see it a lot. I'm going to say that here. You won't believe I actually caught it when he said it that day.
Enlighten me.
AJ said some artists have like some type of motion and they begin to post blurry pictures and I'm like, this guy is sick.
Really?
Yeah. So, most big ads do it, right? When you think you're all that, you're all there, you begin to post like very creative stuff. And imagine upcoming artists who see that they want to copy a Whiskey, they want to copy the David. What works for David can never work for you.
Remember,
you have
I told
to be
you.
Why are you posting blurry pictures? That might be my only opportunity to get to know you, to see you. And it's a blurry picture, and I'm like, okay, this one is not serious.
But remember, I made a statement earlier that I see a lot of artists here that are being developed to look like Ira Star, Tyler, that. I don't see a lot of originality, and that's why I mentioned that one female artist because there might be another one of her somewhere else, but not really in Canada doing what she's doing. Yeah. You get where I'm coming from? It's about being you unapologetically. You don't have to sell sex to get to where you need to. You don't have to copy someone's music style to get to where you need to.
But I need you to understand this. So it's part of the branding.
You don't understand. It can be part of the branding. It doesn't have to be.
Well,
for example,
so again, hold on to this. So personally, I've been like, for most of my adult age, I've been like a music exec. I've had so many artists signed, some I just managed. And I'll tell you this. When someone is investing in like on an artist, you would want to at all costs do things that would like really push the artist out there. Like,
of course.
So sometimes it may not exactly be the artist's way of life or choice for him or herself, but you have to do these things.
But there's ways you can go about it. For example, you could have a stylist that dresses you that you literally stand out. Your hair color, this, that, your shoes, that. But you don't have to wear bra and skirt to get to where you need to get to.
This is the personal opinion.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say.
Because you're not trying to do that. You're not going to do that.
Not one. Number two, this is what our minds have been conformed to. This is what I'm trying to say. Imagine if a lot of people started saying, I don't want to be the majority. I want to be the minority. I just want to be me. Do you know how many people are going to stand out? Most people make it because they're them.
Yeah.
Do you get where I'm coming from? There's people like Temi. Is it Temi in the Nigerian Afrobeat? She's like a female singer.
Okay.
She never sold sex.
Well,
she was like a tomboy that came on the scene. Do you know what I'm saying? She wasn't dressing provocatively. Her sister is Niniola.
Yeah.
They have different paths.
Yeah.
Niniola is more on the sexy side. Temi was not.
People have like different things that will work for them.
No, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. You don't have to go down every route.
For the most of it, well, that's a one. Yeah. Okay, can you actually mention like 3 or 4 artists, female artists like that?
I forgot her name, but there's an American artist. She works with like Bow Wow. I forgot if anyone can help with her name.
No. So I'm not really looking at the American scene, just like
okay. So Afrobeats, there's not many. There's not many of them. Why? Because that's what they're doing. But that's what I'm saying. For me, I'm not really an Afrobeat artist. One. Number two, even if I decided to do Afrobeats, I don't need to copy the trend.
Well, again, we're actually only trying to limit it to what's. I
don't need to copy the trend because I do Afrobeats.
For what's happening here, so I don't want to really. I don't really want us to talk about the industry back home or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, but
so
for
here. I just feel like you don't need to copy the trend because everyone is going to be the same.
Okay. So you don't necessarily need to copy the trend. What do you think artists can actually do differently to begin to get that more traction?
I feel like they should have more like maybe set up their own. I wouldn't say show because when you're not really known, it's kind of hard to have a show. But set up more intimate spaces for you to display your music.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a concert.
Yeah.
It could be you renting like a little room.
Okay.
and inviting people. It could start with your friends, then a friend tells a friend, and it goes from there. You could do episodes of sessions on YouTube.
That makes sense.
Just doing your own music.
That makes sense.
You can also just be on Instagram Live, vibing to your own songs.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like you can do things like speak to universities whenever they're doing like their yearly, like they have different activities for university students. You can speak with them, partner with them, make sure that you attend to a crowd where it's not based off a main artist coming. It's solemnly, morely about you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Bringing attention more to yourself rather than trying to be underneath the canopy of somebody else. Also be spontaneous.
Yeah.
You know, there's people that used to set up guitars and chairs outside on the street. I think we need to get back to that.
Right?
We need
so
to
there's this guy. There's this guy I always watch. He's a DJ in the UK. I always see him like he plays
see him on the streets,
like on the street.
Yeah.
And there's this other guy who is not black, is white. He plays in, I don't know if that, I think that should be in Europe too. There's this house is so positioned that is like there's like a wide street. He just plays and people gather. So I feel like things like that,
it puts
people have to really like, you know, be very creative.
Of course.
Stop trying to reinvent the wheel.
And like we have some people who use like restaurants every Thursday to do like an artist night. That's very cool and that. But what are you doing after that to facilitate these people? If we just come one time and perform and no one remembers us, what are we doing?
Well, that's something, right?
We need to regularly be doing things to put ourselves out there, and it doesn't necessarily have to be on a big platform. Do you get what I'm saying? And sometimes with me, for example, like I remember this concert, I was driving one of like the main artists like to the Kinney. I just played my songs in the car. I couldn't care less. I just played my songs in the car. Every opportunity I get,
so I have to be very intentional.
I have a Bluetooth speaker on me. Even when I went to the promoter, he was laughing at me. He was like, "Wait, you brought your own speaker?" I bring my speaker with me everywhere I go. Because one thing you're gonna know is Bcurrensee does music.
So you gotta play
you
it
could be
like
playing it, and then someone will be like, "What are you playing?" I'll be like, "Oh, it's just
I would
me and my
acknowledge
brother."
that 100% because when I walked in here, I heard music. I didn't know it was actually your song.
And it was my song playing.
Well,
there you go.
Well, but this very special occasion, it wasn't your Bluetooth speaker, so we get that.
But I asked, what's the first thing I asked? I said, "Is there a Bluetooth speaker here?" So I'm very intentional by making sure that every opportunity I get, if you encounter with me, you're gonna know about my talent.
Yeah.
So if you're really that passionate about it, it should be what you live, breathe, and eat. That you're not waiting for a show to come. You're literally just doing what you do.
Yeah. So I think the artists here, they should basically like set up more concerts themselves. Like just come together, collab.
Of course.
Put up a show. People will actually come.
Yeah.
There was this artist some time ago. I think he had like this thing in one of the clubs somewhere on Finch, and I saw buzz. Like people were actually there. Like it really made sense. I think you were there or you left, something like that.
I don't think I was there.
Well, personally, I don't call names. So why I don't call names, people don't understand. So when I'm on live or stuff like this, I don't call names. You know why? Because I'm not
trying to spark a...
No. I'm not a free promo person.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do all that for anybody. So I'll just keep it private. Well, again, most of what I'll say are still relatable. So if you're someone who pays attention, you understand the drift, and if you're also someone who fits in the shoe of like what the cover we're having, you should go right ahead and wear it because like I care less, you know. So big ups to a couple great promoters.
There's a couple of them.
A couple great. I respect these guys so much.
Men, yes.
And
even females as well doing their thing as promoters.
I would say big ups to them. I'll just also say that I feel like we should do more. We should like try to be better for our people.
Be more supportive. Be friendly. You don't know what someone is going through in their personal life.
Try to put people on like as much as possible.
Just be friendly. And if someone is rubbish, fair enough.
But
if you know they have talent, don't gatekeep what you could do to help them.
Yeah, in any little way.
In any little way.
You see, there's something people fail to realize. You see, good comes back in multiple ways.
That's right.
And it may not even come back directly or immediately, but at some point in your life, certain things will just happen and you'll be like, wow, where is this coming from?
Thank you very much.
I would say personally I'm a product of that because I know certain things that happens in my life, I just look at it as this is God's like special like intervention. It's not by my power, it's not by my might, but I just look at a whole lot of situations and I'm like, wow, this is
that's how we kind of found a friendship. We made a bad situation
so to be honest, we started off on a very wrong note, like on a very wrong footing.
We were
and I'm like,
enemies.
Who's this? Like who's this? Like, for real?
You got on my last nerve. That's for sure.
I seriously did?
On my last. I couldn't even find a nerve anymore at some point. But as you said, you see how God works in mysterious ways. Through a bad situation, don't focus so much on the negative. See what you gained from that situation.
Very important.
Because I have a lot of connects from the show. Do you know what I'm saying? Personally, that I've made different friendships outside, and I'm like, okay, cool.
I think it was the concert that actually brought us here. Like, that's the only reason why we're talking, right?
Exactly.
Because without that, I doubt. So we just see each other on IG, and that's it.
We fight like cat and mouse, but one thing we appreciate about each other is there's no guessing. There's not a guessing game when it comes to me and you. We say it how it is, and there's no guessing, and that's how it should be. But not many people are used to that, so they take it as confrontational, negative. But we're able to be very truthful with each other, whether we like it or not, and that's why we were able to start a friendship. So for me, in general, would I ever do music again? Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. Maybe. We never know what's coming next.
You never know. But for now,
you...
The projects that I'm working on, my brother is still trying to convince me to do some visuals to it because he's thinking...
because I saw a post somewhere. He said Stephen King got you back to the studio.
Yeah. So
I was like, is Bcurrensee trying to like... She's moving in a certain type of...
So I'm in the studio only to finish the projects we've already started. So I'm not recording any new songs for now. Okay. But he's still trying to convince me to do some visuals to what we're doing, because he's like, you have the majority of the vocals on these songs. Okay. If I'm the only one who's promoting it,
you need to do
how's it going to make sense for me? So I just need you to help me promote these. Like, if we finish doing all the visuals to these, then you can, if you decide never to ever do music again, fair enough. But
sorry, there's something I actually don't see also. So in the past, just as a reference point, back in the back home, the industry, you see artists collabing with DJs.
Yep.
But I never get to see that here.
Oh, is that because we're not thinking outside the box? We're trying to be someone else.
Yeah, I feel like there's just a whole lot of like artists are not actually really well. I understand that the standard of living here is like
expensive. Why is Canada so expensive though?
Well, we'll talk about that
another time. But Canada is way too
so
expensive.
People are struggling to, like, pay bills, make a living and stuff like that. So they don't really have that much time to. But again, if you think this can actually give you money tomorrow, like you can make money from this tomorrow, I feel like you should think outside the box. Yeah. So one key thing I feel also that artists are missing out, they are not collabing with DJs.
They're not collabing.
So if you collab with a DJ and it's a proper up-tempo type club party type jam, for sure, the DJ will be playing it. It's true. That's free promo.
Do you know what I do?
So
I reach out to DJs on a regular. I'm like, yo, my track just dropped. Can you play it? About 10 of them were like, Bev, you're very smart. I haven't had people reach out to me to play their songs.
So that's a very smart move. Artists should have a very beautiful working relationship with I say it, DJs are one of the key, most important people when it comes to the Afrobeat scene here. Why? DJs hype and MCs? Because the space, Afrobeat space we have out here are lounges, clubs and stuff. So if you have a wonderful relationship with DJs and you have this banging, maybe not your type of music, of course, right? But you have this club party type jam that is easy to play. The DJ definitely supports you. Like, if you reach out to them,
I can't lie. Shout out to the DJs in Toronto, because a couple of them have been playing my tracks. I remember my birthday. They had the tracks lined up in the club before I even came in there. I'm like, Sean. So I can't lie. Shout out to the DJs. Also, you need dancers. Be friends with dancers. Be friends with creative people. You can't just rely on yourself and promoters
just
and a
basically
camera.
Influential people, especially in that space.
Get a team, and these dancers don't need to be famous. If you get someone who can do a 1-2 that make it, like, even me, for
just
example,
simple moves, I
used to be a dancer before I was ever an artist. If you ever need me to be a creative person to direct dancers, holla at me. I still choreograph, but only for certain things. But just mingle with a lot of people, and you don't need just them, just normal people. When you're walking down the street, by the way, I do music. Be friendly. If you don't engage with people, you're wasting your time.
So I had this artist at some point, and when we go for shows, I literally beg him to greet people. And I'm like, I shouldn't be the sociable one here.
No, you have to be
supposed to network. You're supposed
friendly.
to smile. You're
supposed
to you just have a cheerful,
Let me tell you something
feel.
about me. You know me. Beverly is an introvert. I don't really like people like that. And then Bcurrensee is friendly. She's like, hi, how are you? If you know this is what you want to do, you have to be someone who is
you
inviting.
You must.
You can't be stuck up. You can't have a screw face. You got to be friendly and just let your guard down and just be humble.
Yeah.
If you are, even if you're Davido, be humble.
Oh.
You see, people respect, like even the people that have made it already, they have their own kind of fans because they like the way they relate to the fans, because they're humble. They act like normal people. If you're thinking you're too big to be in certain places or to be with certain people, you're not ready for the showbiz.
True.
You got to be able to mingle with anybody and everybody.
Because
those beggars on the street are still a part of the fan base.
Any and everybody.
So get your music out everywhere.
Yeah.
Don't be biased. Even the people that you think have piercings everywhere couldn't possibly like Afrobeats. You just never know.
True. You gotta be very intentional.
So be
about,
open-minded,
like,
be friendly, but most importantly, be respectful. Anyone you come across, don't expect to receive respect if you're not giving it.
Yeah.
I don't care about what people, who they are, whatnot. I care about my energy towards you.
Yeah.
If I know that I have not warranted for any kind of disrespect, then rightfully so, I'll take myself away. But I give everyone a fair chance, regardless of any rumor or anything I've heard. Like, I'm going to give you a fair chance. So that's just that.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Artists must learn how to be very friendly people, because you need to have this, welcoming outlook,
inviting aura
vibe. Yeah, this is very, you have to create that space where people can easily connect with you and stuff. So I think for the first time you've been able to tell me why you actually quit music, because we never ever spoke about that. You just posted and well, fine.
But
fair
a lot
enough.
of people are on my case, so I'm definitely thinking about it.
Well, you already used the word maybe.
Yeah,
so
maybe.
I think I'll call this a professional pause.
You never know. I think maybe I needed a reset. I just needed to ground myself as to why I got into music in the first place and be intentional about my heart posture while doing music. Now I can say I don't care about the fame. Now I can say I don't really care about performing. If someone comes and says, B, I want you to come and perform, and they come at me correctly, then maybe, you never know, I might perform.
Okay.
But all the asking and all the putting in, I'm done with that.
Cool.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm just at a stage of, I'm going to release my music and I don't care enough to, if I choose to promote one or not to promote the other, I'm cool with it. I don't want no pressure. I'm not trying to please anybody, and I want to be happy. But most importantly, I want to make sure that everything I do is kind of bringing honor to God. So even if I decide to do circular music again, I have to tone it all the way down. I need to keep it positive. There's a direction and uplifting. You can actually go. I don't want to be singing about the same things, because what I'm singing to you about is not even what I do. Lord knows how long I've been celibate, and I'm here singing about sex. It doesn't make sense. Okay. So we gotta be intentional. I think this is the second
person who's saying they're celibate on live. We had one before.
So we gotta be intentional. We gotta be intentional about what message we're putting out there, because music is a vibration. You see it. Yeah. But thank you very much for having me. And
it's been a great one.
You can find me on Instagram at Beverly COD4L. The reason why I changed my name is because I don't know what I'm doing right now in regards to music. But on all other platforms, Bcurrensee is my name. And you just never know what could happen in a couple of years to come.
Yeah, so before we go, it's been great. Very wonderful session with you. Before we go, I actually want to say this as I would say take home for people whoever cares to listen. One of the key ways promoters can actually begin to make money is they need to all come together.
Facts.
Do proper arena shows.
Facts.
Promote it for at least 6 months.
Yep.
At least 6 months. Promote it everywhere.
Yep.
Forget about this. I am number one.
Promoter,
big man is in. I am this. I am. Forget all those ego pride thing.
If you guys came together, you would have a better show.
Yeah. Come together. Generate resources, do a proper arena show, do a 20-50K capacity,
and treat the supporting acts with respect.
Well, of course, I already said that. Like, you have to have a budget for everyone on the show. And with that, these promoters can actually make cool money, like serious money. When you do that one show each year, you go and rest, you go and sleep.
That's right.
Don't be out here trying to do every artist you want to bring them to Canada. Why? What
just
are you
because
doing?
You want to be a promoter?
Because you just want. No, it makes no sense.
If you're not
you keep on losing money.
It doesn't make sense.
You keep on losing money, and you keep on creating enemies for yourself, because
make
of course when you don't make money you can't pay,
The
people have a
that
bad
you've-
experience,
exactly.
and the cycle continues. So the earlier they realize it, come
better.
together as much as you can, do proper shows. One is one.
Yep.
Every year do one, at most 2 or 3,
Exactly.
because of course it's just Afrobeats,
And it's
right?
quality
Do-
over quantity.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
proper shows, right? When you do that, you can actually break even and make profit. And when you make that profit, you can sit it out for the rest of the year. Don't try to bring any and everybody to Canada. No, it doesn't work that way. They keep losing
100%.
money and keep. Yeah, so great one once again on Inside the Art session. Big ups to Diamond. Hopefully, when next, Diamond to try. I have to be
Thank
honest
you,
with you, because
Diamond.
keeping
I
up
really
with
appreciate it.
keeping up with guests, like,
Yep.
because sometimes guests will just go on and on and
Yeah.
on. Keeping up with them.
And
can
one
be
thing I
very
want to say is
challenging,
thank you to Diamond, because when I made that public announcement, he was one of the people that did not know me. We had never had a conversation prior, and he reached out to me. He was like, "Are you okay?
Chai.
Like, are you okay?"
Chai.
And spoke to me on a level, and we didn't know each other. So people like that.
Well,
Diamond, I appreciate you.
Everyone,
and thank
everyone
you.
knows Diamond
Of
is a great
course,
guy.
of
So 100%
course.
of the time,
Yep.
he's someone. Well, his blood, his family to me.
Yep.
So we don't even have to delve too much
course.
into that. Big ups to AJ. Big ups to DJ Baski
Boop, boop.
for being in house. And I
Big
wish,
up to
I wish
you.
I knew everyone else's name out there. But
well,
big ups to
to
everyone
you,
here.
Daniel,
Big
because I
ups to
can't
you,
lie. Like, people need to know about you, and I'm sure in due time they will. But
Yeah.
you are
hopefully.
a man with integrity, and you are very disciplined, and
Well,
your
try our
morals
best.
are your morals, and we need more people like that
Well,
in
we
general.
have to say things the way they
So
are.
yeah, thank you.
So hopefully in the days to come, or weeks, months to come, we'll have to do this again.
Of
some
course,
time.
100%.
Cool. So nice.
Yes,
More.
we tried, didn't it?
I've been here like I've been sleeping. God.
I could tell you were trying to hold on in there.